Do you feel that when you ask women to be on your podcast, they tend to reject you and say, no, 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 not me, I'm not good enough?
Yeah. Yes. I do
Yeah.
get that. And some of them say that they have nothing to share. And I
Yeah.
say that
See?
everyone has something to share.
Correct.
It's just
Correct.
that sometimes they just feel that their lives are so humdrum, so mundane, so
Mm.
everyday that they feel that there's nothing spectacular. But every time I talk to anyone, any woman, and I say, wow, it was such a good story. Why don't you tell the world? And they're like, no, I don't think it's good enough. I mean, the good enough part is the part that
Yeah.
scares them.
Yeah. I think we are too hard on ourselves.
Yeah.
We hold ourselves, we have very high standards of ourselves. We always think that we need to be this perfect, wife, mother, colleague, everything has to be perfect. Then we are good enough. But, imperfections are actually the more interesting part, actually, I feel,
Yeah. And
rather
I
than a
think
perfect
that
life.
if we have more and more stories out there, I think people will start to feel that they also have, a right to share their story and a right
Mm.
to tell other people. Because in all our stories, I believe that there are some lessons to be learned,
Yes.
some wisdom to be shared. And
Yep, definitely.
if we can learn some life hacks, I think we can
Yes,
be better.
correct. Yeah, I mean, everyone's been through stuff,
Yeah.
and by sharing your lessons, your experiences, you will help so many others who are going through the
Yeah.
same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, in your case, what are some of the more interesting clients that you work with that you can share with us?
Um, I've worked
Men or
with.
women? Men or women?
Oh, oh, okay,
Either
okay.
one. Either.
I have to talk about men, I guess. Women, I have had my first client was a homemaker, and she wanted to write a parenting book, and she came to me and said, "This is my book." And I looked at her notes, and it was the 100 points. I was like, okay. And it was my first time doing the ghostwriting, right? So I'm like, how do I transform these 100 note points into a book? But we did it eventually, we did it. And funny thing is, I'm not a parent. I have no kids of my own, but yet I was able to help her write a parenting book. So I felt like that was really, it was really a validation on my part to be able to ghostwrite anything. If I can write a parenting book, I can ghostwrite anything.